I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Village Board for September 24th, 2019. Can you please join us for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
Here.
Trustee Fry?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
666.
At this time, we will move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
No.
Seeing none, this will conclude public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the September 10th, 2019 Village Board meeting?
You have a motion?
Second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any modifications to the minutes? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say nay. The motion carries and minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $979,278.19. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Is there any discussion on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's 5.
The motion carries and the warrant is approved. That's it for this? So this goes up here? He's gonna read, you're gonna read it, right?
Yeah.
I have the wrong script, I'm sorry. Will the deputy clerk please call the consent agenda as we consider it for an omnibus vote, please?
Number 1, resolution adopting the 2020 meeting schedules for the Village of Bensonville. 2, resolution authorizing a contract with CDS Office Technologies for the maintenance of printers within the village from October 1st, 2019 through April 30th, 2021 in the aggregate amount of $21,770.58. 3, resolution authorizing the purchase of computer equipment from Dell Inc. to support a computer replacement program in the amount of $11,199. 4, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Globe Construction Inc. of Addison, Illinois for the 2019 MFT sidewalk removal and replacement program in the not to exceed amount of $50,000. 5, resolution authorizing a facility use license agreement with Ultimate Hockey Tournaments LLC.
Is there a motion to approve the 5 items on the consent agenda as read by the deputy village clerk?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please. Or any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and the ordinances have now been passed. We do not have any reports under administration or community and economic development. Under finance, there's an ordinance of the Village of Bensonville, DuPage, and Cook County, Illinois, amending Title III by the addition of Chapter 3-2-10, imposing a municipal cannabis retailer's occupation tax. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion, a second, any discussion, Evan?
Yes, thank you. I'll take this one, Your Honor. So I want to start off by saying this is not a vote to legalize cannabis in our community. That we're going to have that discussion at the CDC on October 1st. We're inviting the public to participate in that, and then it will still come to be before the board for the final decision. What this is doing is just setting us up to, if we do allow it in the future, that we have the maximum tax in place for cannabis. If we vote to opt out of it at a future date, this ordinance will lie dormant and nothing will happen. The reason we're doing this kind of convoluted is because the state has a deadline of when an ordinance for taxation needs to be adopted, which is the end of this month. So by approving it tonight, we'll be ready to collect that tax if we choose to go forward with it. So this is not a vote on legalization. The state is taxing cannabis at about 25%. The local municipalities are allowed to tax up to 3%. So we are taking that maximum taxation. We don't think going forward it would be responsible to do anything less than that. So this is just a vote on an ordinance to impose a tax if we decide to go forward with it in the future. Does that make sense?
Do we have any questions on the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
That's 5.
The motion carries and the ordinance is passed. We do not have a report for the police department. Public Works is a resolution authorizing the execution of a purchase order to Regional Truck Equipment for furnishing and installation of 2 stainless steel dump truck bodies to Village's fleet in a not to exceed amount of $33,000. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
You have a
Have a
motion.
Do
motion.
we have a second?
You have a second.
There being a motion and a second, any discussion, Joe?
Yeah, so Public Works has 4 different one-ton vehicles that have severely rusted bodies to them. So this year we budgeted to have 2 of those bodies replaced as part of our capital improvements program, fleet replacement program. Vehicle 240 is a 2005 Ford F550 with 46,238 miles on it and a 9-foot bed. Vehicle 242 is a 2008 Ford F550 with 47,550 miles and 11-foot bed. Again, that low mileage does not really warrant a replacement of the vehicle, but the bodies have been, these are our workhorses that we use every day, so the bodies get bent and beat up pretty well. So our plan is to replace just the bodies with new stainless steel bodies that can last not only for the remainder of this vehicle, but then could be transferred onto new chassis when this vehicle has reached its useful life. We did go out and request proposals from 3 different companies, vendors that do this type of work. Regional Truck provided the lowest cost for these 2 vehicles in a total amount of $32,974. We did budget $50,000 for this work because we also anticipate doing some minor body work, painting, and some interior replacement on these vehicles to kind of get them up for the next 8 to 10 years is what we're expecting to get out of the chassis. Again, then the plan would be buy new chassis in 8 to 10 years and put these bodies right back on those chassis to keep the prices down. So it's Public Works' recommendation to move forward with this program for this year, and then we'll probably budget for 2 more for next year.
Do we have any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. We do not have a report for recreation. I do have a proclamation recognizing Manufacturing Day, which is October 4th, 2019, in the Village of Bensonville. Let me just read that real quick. Proclamation recognizing Manufacturing Day 2019, whereas the Village of Bensonville, Illinois, will be promoting Manufacturing Day on October 4th, 2019, and whereas Manufacturing Day was developed to improve the public perception of manufacturing and is supported by thousands of manufacturers nationally, and whereas the national celebration is designed to inspire the next generation and to promote modern manufacturing and careers in manufacturing, and whereas the Village of Bensonville recognizes the contributions that the local manufacturers provide to the corporate community, and whereas manufacturers provide the foundation for a strong, diverse economic base, and whereas the Village of Bensonville supports and joins in this national effort to help and promote America's manufacturers. And now, therefore, I, Village President Frank D. Simone, together with the Board of Trustees and the citizens of Bensonville, do hereby recognize and extend our appreciation and support to our local manufacturers for their presence and contributions into the community. Dated this 24th day of September 2019. So, that's our proclamation. Moving on to presidential remark. Oh, I got to vote on it. Sorry. Is there a motion to support the proclamation?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, any discussion?
I will say that we are going to send this ordinance to all of our industrial manufacturers. We do value that the contribution they make to our community. We know our industrial district pays a lot of the bills around here, so we like to reach out to them occasionally and just let them know that they mean something to us.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries. Moving on to some more presidential remarks. Just another construction update. The downtown streetscape project is currently in phase 2 of construction. Last week, we transferred the traffic pattern in order to start working on the inner circle of the project. This week, the contractor has focused on sidewalk and pavement removal. Underground utility work will be completed by the end of this week, weather permitting. Over the next 2 weeks, the contractor will focus attention on curb and gutter installation, followed by sidewalk installation. The project is still on schedule for a later November completion. The Church Road Bike Path project is also on schedule. The contractor will be focusing these next 2 weeks on concrete work with curb and gutter, driveway apron, and ADA sidewalk installations. Upon completion of the concrete work, the asphalt multi-use path will be installed. And as always, please be careful navigating in and around construction sites throughout our town. Senior Services Luncheon. All seniors, please take note. The Village of Bensonville will be hosting our special senior luncheon on October 1st at Monty's Banquet Halls, starting at 9:30 a.m. The Secretary of State's mobile office will be there, plus many vendors that offer senior services. The luncheon is open to incorporated Bensonville seniors ages 55 and up. To register for the Secretary of State services, or if you have questions regarding the events, please call our Village Senior Hotline at 630-350-3426. We also have a household hazardous waste recycling event. The Village of Bensonville will be co-sponsoring with the Illinois EPA and DuPage County a household hazardous waste removal or waste recycling event on Saturday, October 5th, beginning at 8 a.m. and ending promptly at 3 p.m. at the Bensonville Public Works facility. We encourage all residents to take advantage of this event to recycle household hazardous waste such as fertilizer, oil-based paint, pool chemicals, fluorescent light bulbs, rechargeable and lithium batteries, insecticides, pesticides, and toxic cleaners. Items that will not be accepted are electronics, latex paint, explosives, ammunition, radioactivity wastes, industrial, agricultural, business wastes, lead acid batteries, or propane compressed gas tanks, or that stuff that propels the Back to the Future DeLorean. We don't think that either.
Really upset I can't recycle radioactive waste.
Yeah. So take advantage of that October 5th. Tree donations. The village is still searching for this year's tree to be used in downtown Bensonville's Holiday Magic tree lighting ceremony. If your tree is chosen, it will be removed free of charge, along with ground manicure provided afterwards by the Bensonville Public Works. If you have a tree that might be suitable and is accessible, please call 630-697-3439. And last but not least, this Thursday, will be our neighborhood watch meeting at the police department, and that starts at 7 p.m. Hope to see you all there. Do we have a village manager's report?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you. As I mentioned during the agenda, October 1st will be the public hearing and CDC meeting for recreational cannabis in town. We invite all residents to come out and participate in that discussion if they're so interested. Again, that will be at October 1st here at the village. Code enforcement. In everyone's October water bill, they will be receiving a flyer highlighting some common code enforcement and property maintenance tips for fall and winter. As we enter that time, it's going to be important that everyone help pitch in to keep the town clean and beautiful. And in an effort to keep the town clean and beautiful, we're going to be making sure that our code enforcement officers and inspectors are stepping up enforcement. So if you have any questions about it, we do want to work with you. It's not we don't want to penalize anybody. We do want to work with you to improve your property. So just reach out to the Community Development Department. O'Hare, the city of Chicago, does have sound monitors available to be temporarily installed in houses in Bensonville. It's a free program. It doesn't have any impact on the eligibility for sound insulation. It simply provides a report about what the airplane noise is doing to your property and what level you're being impacted. The police officer eligibility list is open. We are accepting applications for police officer candidates. Those applications are due by October 21st at 5 p.m. They are deliverable to the police department, correct, Chief? You can go onto the village website for more information on that. Brush removal, the second to last brush removal for the village will occur on October 7th. Please, please, please don't put your brush out before October 5th, that Friday before. It's getting kind of bad out there with stacks of brushes put out month long. Trying to keep that in your backyard and then bring it out the Friday before. And that concludes the village manager's report. Thank you.
Any village attorney report?
I have no report, Mr. President.
Is there any unfinished business to come before the board tonight? How about any new business to come before the board tonight? Do we have a need for executive session?
We do not, Mr. President.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
You have a
Do we have
motion?
a second?
Have a second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.